Justice with Judge Mablean will be life because in everything we do, it involves the law. Where's your witness?
In the evidence.
That's hearsay.
It's notarized.
I still say it's hearsay.
She's fair.
You gotta help these young men learn how to do this the right way.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's firm.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
No, I don't need to say anything else.
She's honest.
I'm not your child and I'm not your friend. That's the order of the court. Goodbye.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean.
All rise. Both parties raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Mablean presiding.
Thank you, Will. You may be seated. The matter of Jacqueline Ware versus Sean Wall. You're suing him for $325, you said, for breach of contract, failing to pay you for your last day of work as a hairdresser or makeup artist, right?
Hair and makeup artist, yes.
On a film. Shame on you. Tell me about it.
I was reached out to by one of our mutual friends to be a hair and makeup artist on Sean's short film, a low-budget film. We decided on which hair and makeup we were going to do for the cast, and we made a contract. And that contract said that I would get paid $300 a day, and then a $25 kit fee. So I'm expecting to get that pay for 7 days worth of work. And I didn't get my 7th day.
Why didn't you pay her for the 7th day?
Well, Your Honor, nothing about what I do is low budget, so I want to say that to Jackie.
Well, according to the brief I read, you said it was a low-budget film, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, her work ethic was low budget. She did all that she needed to do. I definitely acknowledge.
She what?
She did all she needed to do. I acknowledge that.
She did all that she needed to do?
Yes.
So then why are we here?
Well, because there was a continuity error, Your Honor, with the celebrity Marcy. And so when Jackie messed that up, I mean, I'm a struggling actor, director, trying to make this happen. That one scene, that dance scene, was pivotal to my success in my movie.
Okay, so you just contradicted yourself. You said she did all that she needed to do. But when she messed up that one continuity, it caused me a problem with my film. So either she did all that she needed to do, or she messed up somewhere.
I'll admit that she did what she needed to do for those 6 days, but she was
late.
late.
But you didn't say for those 6 days before. You said all. I listened very carefully. All right? And then what happened on the 7th day?
The 7th day, there was the final scene, which is a major scene with Marcy, which there was eyeshadow that was not properly applied. And so I have 1,000 things to think about, Your Honor, on set. I can't worry about makeup as being a producer. I have to oversee the whole thing. And in the moment, it was okay. But as you well know, the devil's in the details.
I have to interrupt.
No, you don't have to interrupt. Not today, not yet, not until I say so. So you went back post-production after you wrapped on the 7th day.
Yes.
And you saw some mistakes in the makeup of one of the
no, the main celebrity.
Celebrities.
That I took 1,000
your
years
main character.
Marcy.
A main celebrity.
Yes.
And you saw that there was a lack of continuity.
Lack of continuity.
Now, I understand what that means, but everybody doesn't. So what do you mean by lack of continuity?
If an eye or a flag is misplaced or a table is misplaced, so that misplacement will bring down the quality of the entirety of the movie.
So the makeup of this artist, you said the eyebrow?
The eyeshadow makeup.
The eyeshadow was wrong color, didn't have it.
The wrong color.
And it was different from what it had been.
Previously had been.
Okay. So you were shooting a scene for one day. It was like a one-day scene?
It was a one-day whole movie. This was the final scene, a very pivotal scene. And me as an aspiring director who doesn't come from money, this is all my life's work in this one moment.
So you're in post-production though, right?
Yes.
So your alternative is to reshoot the scene, right?
But I don't have any access to get to funding for at least another 2 to 3 months.
But sir, as a director,
yes,
you well know that in post-production, you may pick up some things that need to be changed. And therefore, you have to set a post-production budget.
How was I supposed to know that?
Because as a director, you know that changes may occur or may be necessary because sometimes you don't get it all right in production. So she did her work.
I acknowledge she did her work, but it wasn't up to the standard that she had told me.
That's not the contract.
What do you mean that's not in the contract?
I did my work, and he's trying to say that I did the work, but it wasn't up to par.
And you said that's not in the contract?
It doesn't
so
matter if
you're
it was-
trying to say to me that the contract has to say that the work must be up to par?
No, the work was completed, but he's trying to make the argument that I didn't do it correctly, but
yeah,
I did.
but it's
I did it right.
implied in any contract that when you do the work that you do, you're going to do it to the best of your ability up to the typical standards required in the industry.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
For that cast member, you're saying you didn't have an hour that day?
No.
Why not?
I believe we started a little late. It was
You
very
believe who started a little late?
Sean here started a little late.
And
It
why
was-
did the production start late?
It was very unprofessional. That's all I can say.
And later,
And I asked her if she needed any help and if she had everything under control, and she promised me that she had this spill under control. And then a few days later, my whole entire kitchen was infested with ants.
Wow.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Jacqueline Ware, who is suing Sean Wall for breach of contract.
So he doesn't have to write, your makeup must be to the standards in the industry.
Yes, you're right.
Is that what you mean when you said it wasn't in the contract?
No, it just feels like he's trying to double back and say, but.
No, he's not trying to double back. He said you did the eyeshadow and you did it well 6 days. But on the 7th day, the eyeshadow on the main character was the wrong makeup. So it lost the consistency. Why? Were you having some issues on the 7th day?
I didn't find an issue with the
She was
eyeshadow.
late.
Again, nobody let me know that there was an issue.
Okay, you look at your work.
Right, correct.
As the makeup artist, you have to look at your own work when you finish each day, right?
Correct, but there.
And did you not know that continuity was important on makeup when you're doing a movie?
Yes,
And so therefore, you keep pictures of your work at the end of each day. Did you do that?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, did you look at that picture
Yes.
on the 7th day so that you would have that right before you to apply the makeup in the same manner on the 7th day as you had done on the other 6 days?
I was very rushed on that last day, I will say. So
Why were
I
you
didn't
rushed?
Have, production just seemed to be rushing me that day, so I didn't have
Why
time to
was
look at the
production
pictures.
rushing you?
They had a hard out time for the celebrity, so.
Meaning that instead of 30 minutes to do her makeup, you may have had to do it in 15 minutes?
Correct, yes.
Did they reduce the time frame?
Yes.
How much time were you allowed to do makeup on that person each day?
I had 5 cast members, so on each one it was around an hour.
For that cast member, you're saying you didn't have an hour that day?
No.
Why not?
I believe we started a little late. It was
You
very
believe who started a little late?
Sean here started a little late.
And
it
why
was-
did the production start late?
It was very unprofessional. That's all I can say.
Let me hear your reasoning for why the production started late, because you said I was rushed. Why did the production start
First of
late?
all, she had several times throughout the 6 days, which I overlooked because I have such a kind heart, was late on set. The final day was
No, you said you started. You said there were problems
There were
during
problems.
the time, but you were overlooking. What were you overlooking?
I was overlooking her tardiness. I have to pick this up. I have to do this. I have to do that, which happens on production sets. But she was apparently, I was told she was the best of the best. So I overlooked some things. Like I said, I'm an aspiring.
So you
director.
overlooked her tardiness
Yes.
for 6 days.
For 6 days.
Was she tardy on the 7th day?
Yes, she was tardy on the 7th day.
Did you tell her on the 6th day that it's very important for her to be there timely on the 7th day because your main character had a hard out, meaning had to be finished by a certain time no matter what? Did you tell her that?
Yes, I did tell her that, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor. And she was just rushing through several of, the 5 actors as well. And so it's not up to quality for the type of caliber of people that I want to watch my movie.
So she was late. She had problems doing the work for some of the other characters as well?
Yes.
The makeup?
Yes.
That's
And
new.
when did you discover that? Because according to the brief, you had paid her for the 6 days and there was no problem.
On that day, which she was late, which delayed production,
The 7th day.
the 7th day. So the 7th day.
How late?
she
You
rushed.
said production was already delayed and was not just because of her.
Because of her tardiness, right, it delayed the rest of the production. So the reasoning why she was trying to get through everything was I got a text right here that says, hey, a street is closed next to me for 30 minutes. So that's the reason why everything was also delayed.
So on the 7th day, you were delayed and you sent a text saying the street is closed and I can't get through.
Yes.
And had you been late any of the other days?
I was late, but also production was already delayed as well.
You keep saying production was late, Your Honor. No, I'm a very timely guy.
Sir, both of you, stop playing games. We all know that production is never precise in terms of time. So don't even stand here and try to pretend that it is. But you told her that it was very important to be on time Friday, and she was still how late?
Excuses, 30 minutes.
Okay, but after she did the makeup for this main character that's so important to you, you didn't do a second look before you started filming?
When you're a producer, you cannot. I have assistants and different things. I'm going to the next scene. I just don't have time. And there's a hard out.
When I say you, I don't mean just you.
Yes.
I mean your staff,
My
and
staff.
the people that work around you. You all didn't do a second look
We did
before?
not have the time because I had to be out of there. Like you said, a hard cut. There was a hard cut to get out the actual
Well,
building.
you need
as
my
well.
producer because she looks at everything. I bet she'd have known that eyeshadow was a different color because she looks at it all before you step out on this set. Let me see. So you didn't realize that eyeshadow was the wrong color until post-production.
Till post-production when I was home.
And you didn't realize that there was something wrong with the eyeshadow when you did it. Well, I mean, what's the difference in the color? Was it that noticeable?
It was
What
a
color
metallic blue.
Which
It
is
was
very noticeable.
apparently very noticeable. I didn't see a problem with it. Obviously, nobody else saw a problem with it.
A little eyeshadow made that big of a difference that what if one was purple and one was pink or gray or green, what?
The details in the movie are so
Sir,
sequential.
I already know that. I'm asking you what were the details of this movie. That's what I want you to tell me.
So-
you said that eyeshadow was wrong.
The eyeshadow was wrong. So
What color was it? What color should it have been? Tell me.
eyeshadow should have been the correct color that was there the whole time. which is
Correct color that was there the day before. Get that woman her $325. Judgment for the plaintiff.
All rise.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $325.
I believe justice was served. Obviously, you didn't know what you were talking about, running around in circles, and the truth came out.
You'll never work in this town again.
Coming up,
Well, one of the kids ran into my leg. There was a toddler running around and ran into my leg, and I dropped the ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Accidents happen.
yeah.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
In the matter of Sarah Thompson versus Lisa Richards, you're suing for $622 for costs incurred to clean up an ant infestation that you say the defendant caused. Defendant says, I cleaned up and I don't know where the ants came from after that. So let me hear from you, Ms. Thompson.
Yes, Your Honor. So our daughters had a joint birthday party together, and at that birthday party, she was in charge of bringing the dessert, and she was serving the dessert to children. And while I was outside supervising the kids who were playing, my daughter came up to me and told me that there was a spill inside. So I went inside and I asked her what was going on, and I saw her with paper towels cleaning up a spill. And I asked her if she needed any help and if she had everything under control, and she promised me that she had the spill under control. And then a few days later, my whole entire kitchen was infested with ants.
Wow. Well, where were they coming from?
They were coming from underneath the appliances, and they were also all along the outer edges of my kitchen. And I ultimately had to call an exterminator who found an entire infestation underneath my fridge. And there was ice cream with mold growing on it that was causing the infestation.
So she was serving ice cream?
Yes.
So now you called for the exterminator,
Yes, ma'am.
and that's where this bill, this cost of $622 comes from?
So 322, I do have some receipts that I could present to you if you want.
322.
322 for the exterminator, and then an additional $300 for the cleaning service that I had to call.
Okay, I'll take those receipts unless there's some dispute. Have you shown them to her?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Richards, let me hear from you.
Your Honor, I don't dispute the receipts themselves or the costs, just whether they were necessary and whether it's actually my fault.
Coming up,
But when things like that happen, children just have to wait. Parents make decisions. Adults make adult decisions. And that was the moment for an adult decision.
you're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Sarah Thompson, who is suing Lisa Richards for negligence.
I took care of the mess to the best of my ability. Yeah, some ice cream spilled.
Tell me what the mess was.
Okay, her house is very, very hot. And so I was in the kitchen with this tub of ice cream melting really fast.
You had a
trying to-
tub of ice cream.
Tub of ice cream, yeah.
Okay.
And so I was trying to get it served out really quickly, and it was a little bit of a chaotic situation. I had 20 kids around me, all trying to get some ice cream, and
Well, all the kids weren't in the house trying to get ice cream at one time when you were scooping the ice cream in a bowl. Now, I've had kids and parties, and now all 20 don't come to the kitchen at one time waiting for the ice cream.
well, one of the kids ran into my leg. There was a toddler running around and ran into my leg, and I dropped the ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Accidents happen.
yeah.
But now, what did you do afterwards?
I grabbed any kind of paper I could see, paper towel and napkins from the cake that I bought. I just started grabbing stuff and tried to clean everything up as quickly as possible.
Just with paper towels and napkins?
Well, I wet the paper towels. The ice cream gets sticky. I didn't want it to stick, so.
Right.
Yeah, but
That's
I did.
it?
So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna deal with this as quickly as I can.
Paper towels and napkins to get up ice cream that's spilled all over the floor.
Wet paper towels.
Wet paper towels have become nothing but mush.
It was a lot of paper towels.
You didn't ask her for the mop.
A mop, it just, with all the kids running around, it just there wasn't time in this moment to do that. So I just tried to get it cleaned up as best I could with what I had.
Understood. But when things like that happen, children just have to wait. Parents make decisions. Adults make adult decisions. And that was the moment for an adult decision.
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
It's just the way you all handle it was not well. And perhaps had you said to her with where the spill was completely, that at the end of the night, you knew there had been an ice cream spill, right? So as a parent and as an adult and your house, you should have checked the floors carefully, and you knew that she hadn't mopped. So you should have gotten the mop before you went to bed and checked the floors carefully as well. We're adults.
Well, Your Honor, I did clean my house after the party because I do host a daycare out of my house. So it has to maintain a standard of clean, but I didn't know the extent of where the ice cream had traveled.
That's my point. You had ice cream had spilled. You have to determine the extent. That's one of the things you needed to do.
I guess I just trusted that she would have taken care of that.
That's not even a matter of trust. That's just, it's your house. So what I'm going to do is, I think it was a joint responsibility, and I'm going to make it a joint liability. And the court's order would be that she's paid the $622 already. I'm going to order the defendant to pay half of that, and so that would be $311. That's the order of the court. Defendant paid a plaintiff $311.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $311.
You made a promise, and verbal contracts in Illinois are legally binding.
What are you talking about? It has nothing to do with contract. It has to do with common sense. Now leave my courtroom.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.